How does this play out? Can prices continue to rise even as rates continue to rise?
Well, no, they can't. I think let's break apart single family and rental for a minute. And on the single family side, the rate of home price appreciation was simply not sustainable. I think everybody understood that. And so some moderation in that rate of increase is actually a good thing. I don't think we're seeing meaningful across the board declines yet, but we're seeing a decline in the rate of growth. And as you have prices keep going up, and now if you pile on with the recent uptick in interest rates, affordability is just a problem. And I think something like 4 million Americans who could afford a home a year ago can't today. And so that's going to impact pricing. And so things will moderate. And the same thing on the rental side. On the rental side, we've seen, frankly, absurd rates of growth in rent over the last year or two that are not sustainable. And that's really just a function of supply and demand for a broad host of reasons that would take a long time to get into. The United States has been undersupplied for a long time, both single-family side and rental side, and that needs to get fixed.
It feels like the price of oil in a way, right, Scott? Something changes, and then everybody wants the price at the pump to change overnight. That's not how the oil and gas business works. I would imagine it's not how real estate works. Rates have been on the rise, but for many people, it takes them months to buy a home. Do you have a general idea of how long that lag time is between a spike in rates and when we actually start to feel it in the market itself?
Sure. Well, it's a matter of degrees. So look, we've seen some impact already. As we said, we're starting to, we've been increasing at an incredible rate of speed, and that's begun to decline. We're seeing some mortgage companies lay off some people. We're seeing a decline in mortgage applications and so on. And so the first step, right, is a decline in the rate of growth. When that flattens out and then potentially declines, I think it's very difficult to pin that with too much precision, but it takes a while. And I don't think anyone would be surprised to see average home prices across the country 6 months from now be maybe a little lower than today. I don't think we're severe, sudden decline, but some movement in the opposite direction. Truthfully, wouldn't be completely unhealthy if you look at it at home. This was common, and in some ways, it's good.
At least maybe going back to 1820, there was a housing shortage, Scott, as people, the country expanded, I have no idea. But at least in modern times, we have not had the housing shortage that we do now. So there's sort of the juxtaposition. Rates are on the rise, prices are up. It looks like a negative setup, but at the same time, because of demographics, we've got this massive housing shortage, particularly in the Sunbelt states where you operate. So there is a countervailing force, is there not? Which is, as painful as it is, people got to live somewhere.
That's right. What's gone on with both on the rental side and the ownership side the last few years is very, very important to understand what's driving it, as you're pointing out, which is supply and demand, very basic supply and demand. And we've been undersupplied with the creation of new single-family and rental homes relative to household formation for the better part of this millennium. So that's something that has to get addressed over time, because we've created a problem which we've seen manifest itself in some of the numbers over the last few years. And what's interesting is that on the demand side, I don't think anyone is forecasting any kind of fall off. People move, Florida and Texas and so on from the Northeast and Midwest and California. If anything, that's only accelerating. That's picking up speed. And so as it relates to supply and demand fundamentals driving the home or over time, right? We could hit some speed bumps along the way. We have a recession. People might be, a little bit worried. Decline in household formation and things like that. Short term, intermediate to longer term, I think the story is still very, very strong for both rental and single family homes.